Jerry Garcia wrote songs in the Mixolydian key all time. You probably heard of the Mixolydian scale, the Jerry scale. You probably heard all about it, right? Well, the Mixolydian key is the scale of a certain chord number. So when you start to put this all together, you go, oh, now I'm actually hearing music because it's in key. Sugaree, in an interesting way, it's in the Mixolydian key. But first, you have to understand how chords all belong together, which is not that long of a study, especially non-traditionally. But the end result is something like this. You have a B major, okay? You also, later on in the song, have an E major, and you also have a major in the song. Just those three chords. Now, later on in the song, there's an F sharp minor, there's a C sharp minor, and then, of course, there was the A and the E. I already said that. And there's the B. So you add in those two minor chords and put it into those three major chords, and let's say you've already studied this and you've gone through a lot of songs, especially Grateful Dead songs. So there's really no better way to learn how to play guitar than the Grateful Dead. I'm serious. It's not just because I'm a Deadhead. I mean, John Mayer just said it. That once you go through songs a little bit, then you go back into Sugaree and you look at how the chords work. You go, oh, that's so cool. It works there too. And that's the magic of being able to play the whole guitar, because you're not thinking of it the old way, like memorizing things, playing it the way that this one video showed you how to do it, so that's the only way you can play it. No, unlocking the entire magic. Oh man. But here we go. B on the B, and then I go to the E. Or I could use this B and go to this E. I could walk up to the B and walk back to E. As long as I'm getting that root note. Comes the F sharp minor. F sharp minor, C sharp minor, A to the E. B goes to C sharp minor, the A goes to the E. B, shake it, Sugaree. C sharp minor to the A to the E. Shake the B, it goes to the E. Then those that A, C sharp minor to the A. Got ahead of myself. E, back to B. So I'm only listening for the chords that I didn't memorize. I mean, back in the day, I had memorized them, But today, when I go to play it, it doesn't come from those early days of memorizing. It comes from the whole big picture of music. So if I'm playing like Fire on the Mountain, I have the B to the A, the B to the A. That's also in B Mixolydian. Okay. If I was going to play, B to A and then E, those same three chords, but I went like, a little Franklin's Tower thing in B, that would be B Mixolydian, because of the way the other chords worked. And those three major chords, which are referred to as the 1-4-5, which is the most important thing you could ever learn. Like, you can't grow anything without having the seed to plant it. And the seed is the 1-4-5. It's all about the 1-4-5. So the students that I study with, they're not just like, oh, you're cool, I have students, and pay me and take lessons and all that stuff. I mean, that's what I've been doing for 27 years of teaching, is been making a living earning a living as a guitar instructor. But when the pandemic hit and all of a sudden I became uh, I went from like 35 students a week at a music school, mostly children, to zero. I started putting videos here on this YouTube channel, dead songs. And all I've done is hang out with dead students, Grateful Dead students, since the pandemic. It was a silver lining that changed my life. And being able to work with you guys instead of kids, this theory talk is now real. I couldn't talk to a 12-year-old about this. Oh my God, this is the 5 chord and the 1 chord. Like, oh, it's just like in US blues, man. It's like that's an A and that's a 1, 4, 5 and A. No, none of that was going on. It was like trying my best to do whatever I could to get them to practice. And I loved it for 20 years. I put in 2 decades of teaching guitar. Again, mostly children, some adults, but this deadhead thing is different. I break down Sugaree and I go, there's a reason why there's a C sharp minor, which when I teach my students, I'm like, we're on a ladder. Like even those early steps, that's you. Like, well, I've been trying to play guitar, Mike. I'm on the plateau, whatever. If that's you, like, you gotta do simpler things to get yourself to be better for the future. Like, do you know what a C sharp minor is? It sounds like something that only an advanced player would play, but it's not. I have guys in their 70s in my guitar club that are loving this. Like I've been listening to this music forever, and I didn't really know how to play anything more than just a couple of chords, a couple of little riffs. But you're teaching me. So if I want to play Brown Eyed Women, I need the C sharp minor. If I'm going to play, Bird Song, and I'm like, don't cry out. There's going to need in the key of E, you're going to need a C sharp minor. Going down the road, feeling bad, 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 C sharp minor. So putting things in key and learning it, and take it from someone like me. It's not like I was going to be destined to be a doctor or a lawyer, and like I was ready to go to school and study and study and study. No, I was like, I'm an artist, I'm a musician. When I started studying theory to a non-traditional deadhead, blues player, guitar student like me, it was fascinating. It was so much easier. It's like a fast pass when you really learn the secret. So anyway, when you're playing the blues, like I just told my students tonight, I had a lesson earlier tonight. I do group lessons online. There's a link in the description if you want to join my free guitar club. There's also a link for my booking calendar for people who are interested in a VIP experience, like a one-on-one coaching from me. That's there's a link for my booking calendars where we can have a one-on-one chat about that. But anyway, when you're becoming like a blues, I was telling my students tonight, if you want to work on this 1, 4, 5 stuff, you got to start with the blues, regular old blues, because you go on YouTube and you say blues backing track. It's not just for lead guitar players to practice. It's also for just being able to work on your chords and listening. So there's a blues band playing an A, and they're like, I got the blues, oh yeah. And you're just like, okay, I'm on the A. All right. And then I wonder where they go. I have to look it up. Like, no, you don't. Listen, they always go to the 4. I go to the 4, oh yeah. It's the D. Back to the 1, A. Then the E's the 5. The D's the 4, A's the 1. And all that sounds like so hard to do, but it's pentatonic stuff and just getting a feel for a pentatonic instead of thinking about all these different positions and the names of all the notes. It's all about just finding things that work for you, keeping it simple. Now, going back to Sugaree is the kind of thing where, okay, I got you, Mike. There's all these numbers. It's called the Nashville number system. Well, some people call it that. And when you have all that together, okay, I see it, Mike, but, I want to get better at like ripping leads on my Sugaree, like does any of that chord stuff help me to be able to play a better lead? I mean, again, I'm on the other side of the fence now. Like I'm like, you guys have no idea. your lead playing, your fingers actually start doing things, what you're singing in your head. That's what the goal is. So I could be in like an A blues scale, and I'm like, I can even get weird, like, how am I able to sing everything I'm playing? Because my brain and my ears, um, and hearing musical chords all the time and how they all go together in theory, that's the brain and the ears, gets my fingers to do what I'm singing. It's not about a tab, you know. You learn these like Zeppelin riffs and stuff, and I did too. I love Led Zeppelin, but you're looking at the tabs and you're trying to get it down, get it down. Imagine if you figured it out by knowing where it came from. How cool would that be? Because now, also being a deadhead, you're probably a deadhead if you're on my channel, and I am live right now. Hey, what's up, guys? You can say something in the chat. Yeah, oh, Coaster Cook said B Mixo. Hey, what's up, man? But you can hear it. So if I hear a 1-4-5, I react differently in my playing, and that's Garcia. That's totally Garcia. So go all the way back to Sugaree, and like, wait, so you said you were in the key of B Mixolydian? Yeah, that's right. There's a theoretical name to every single number in key. So what number owns the song? Is it the 1? Is it the 4? Is it the 5? Things that each one has a different name to it, and then they're all different. They're like the same exact grouping of chords whenever you're in that key. So this is in B Mixolydian. So then down to a lead player, you go, oh, so that means I play the B Mixolydian scale. That's the Jerry scale. It sounds like so, jazzy and Jerry. It is true. You could actually just play a B Mixolydian scale and noodle on that and do whatever you can and never move to a different position. Just be like that and really come up with some beautiful melodies like a horn player. I believe in that. Trust me, I've done that. Just sat there in this area and just made it talk. But there's something more special that I think is overlooked by so many guitar students. We're just not students, but just people who are trying to get better at playing lead. I guess we're all students, really. Instead of just going to the modes, all these Dorians and Aeolians and Mixolydians and all that, what about the simpler version of it? What about the pentatonic scales? That's what keeps getting missed. But the funkiest guitar players, like I talked to my students just last night about James Brown, like the funkiest guitar player ever. I mean, James Brown's guitar player, excuse me. James Brown's guitar player is probably the funkiest guitar player ever because James Brown hired him, right? The godfather of soul. So this guy is in James Brown band going. Just sit in one little piece, like 2 strings of a simple pentatonic scale, getting funky. He wasn't like, well, you got to play Dorian in order to be funky, or you got to know all the positions and be able to sweep all the way through, all be so fluid with everything. No, you don't. Sometimes you need 2 notes. And that's the difference. It's like getting funky with a simple pentatonic. And if you know a pentatonic is inside of these Mixolydian modes, now your Sugaree jam isn't just crazy Mixolydian. It can be funky. Uh-oh, here it comes. What my students and I do every single lesson. Mind-blowing stuff. Right, so Coaster Cook says, thanks for the live stream, Catfish Collins. This mission that I'm on as a teacher, and I've been doing these YouTube lives a little bit recently, so I'm trying to find more students because I don't know, I feel like it's almost like a calling. Like I love helping people out. So if you're interested, guys, and there's no nonsense with me. I don't ever mess around. You have my word on that. Like everything's so simple. I have a link in the description. You can just go right to my free guitar club and you can see the platform that I teach on. Okay. And I have no secrets. There's nothing to hide. There are 2 other, if you want to upgrade, there are 2 other tiers. There's a premium club and there is a VIP club. VIP club, though, I have to get on a call with you. So I put that link also here under this video so you can see that. But anyone who's like, just jump on. You can see where I teach. It's really cool. It's on a platform called school.com. And I'm trying to just, help people, experience the magic that I experienced, because I had a really good teacher, a couple teachers. And I just kept playing this Grateful Dead music and Jerry Garcia band and stuff and going, man, this is the answer, right? If you want to be able to play blues, bluegrass, right? Country, folk, rock and roll, reggae, funk, it's all in the Grateful Dead. It's all in, standard tune guitar. I don't mind alternate tunings and stuff, but for listening to them. But for me personally, I'm a standard tune guitar player. That's the way I've always been. I don't use a capo a lot, although I think capos are really interesting and you should learn how to use them. But just being able to just play, hey, that song's in F minor. Okay, here's an F minor. I'm just going like, well, here's an F minor. There's an F minor for that. No matter what. Oh wait, I'm sorry, I said F sharp minor. Well, to a piano player, which I love, all of a sudden all their fingering is going to change, and they should all. And if they're good at piano, put some years in, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. But it is work. You actually have to do something different. Kind of know what notes are inside of F sharp minor. We just take our F minor chord and just move it up one fret. Now we're in F sharp minor. Now all the licks I was playing here, I can just move up in one fret and play it there. You got to take advantage of that. So it makes sense to study like a little bit about how chords work and only use like really cool songs to demonstrate those chords in key and those melodies that you play. Like in Estimated Profit, Bobby's got this F sharp minor thing going. I heard Estimated Profit was like created just like kind of accidentally, like them just jamming in the studio. So if that's true, Bobby is like sitting on F sharp minor, and then like you got this like keyboard thing is like, imagine you're a keyboard player and the guitar player just starts playing an F sharp minor. Well, you can like noodle around all the notes that are in F sharp minor, start improvising, but you're just sitting in one chord. But you have all the different areas of F sharp minor to play. Guitar players a lot are kind of like, okay, what else do I do? What else do I do? What else do I do? Well, you can play an F sharp minor triad that's up there. You can play an F sharp minor bar. Or just like the different areas, the different voicings, whatever you want to call it, of one chord. But then Jerry's like, oh, hey, Bob, you're playing an F sharp minor. I'm going to play an F sharp minor scale, the blues scale. So he's like, oh, I messed it up. I mean, you see all these notes, remember, they're like the notes that are inside the F sharp minor chord, a lot of them, You can just improvise. Now you're floating around the guitar deck and you're not just sitting there on one shape and being like, well, I learned my F sharp minor, but I told you already planted the seed. Like as you climb the steps and as you grow, whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to think about, it just keeps getting more and more exciting. But if you have a tie-in with something that makes sense, like there's a root note, or that's a 1 to a 4 chord because it happens all the time. It does not become a memorized song. It becomes real, and you're putting the work in. Now, when you just float around YouTube and you put in like 2 hours of the rabbit hole, I'm telling you, most times that's not putting the work in. Unless you're not really trying to get that much better. You're trying to memorize a couple of licks, whatever. But anyway, back to Sugaree. So the Sugaree lead, the band's cooking it. Like the whole solo is just the B to E the whole time, right? And that's going on. That's going on. Cool. So it makes you as a player, you could play the Mixolydian scale, but because it's only 2 chords, there's not always a chance that all the notes of the scale are going to be like so pretty. There's going to be some tension in there. when you start mixing around a few different chords that are in key, and they're all in key, like I said, those modes start to make even more sense because those notes are being used all throughout all these chord changes. But if you're only playing two chords, like that simple, like I'm just like messing around, just these little three strings right here, because I'm listening to the chords, but the melody's simple. Like that is all like, I never say all, like it's mostly pentatonic, mostly just a pentatonic scale. This is like a little extension of this pentatonic scale. So if I'm just playing like kind of funky, I'm not just going mixolydian like. As much as that sounds kind of spacey and interesting, when you're playing two soulful chords, sometimes it's not a pentatonic scale, maybe it's like a 6-note scale. You add like one note to the pentatonic. All right, I'm giving away all the secrets. Last thing about Sugaree that I love. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you, Gregory. Thank you, Nico. Sweet. Guys, sign up for the free club. You're like, what are you missing? I mean, what are you waiting for? It's in the description right here. It's free. It's like if you've never seen the platform of school, it's so awesome. It's like thousands of businesses on there that teach you how to do all different types of things, like cooking classes and acting and whatever, like all kind of basket weaving, whatever they got. And there are guitar teachers and stuff, piano teachers, drum teachers, voice teachers, all that, business coaches, everything. It's on school. But so they really do a good job. The guys that created this, there's a whole classroom of like, you check it out. It's all like Grateful Dead stuff. It's all for Deadheads, the one that I made. So, but you can get in there for free and just see what it looks like. Go to the description. All right, so freaking simple. Just what are you doing? If you don't want to upgrade, that's fine. At least you got to see this really cool place where there's a lot of there's just cool, like that's the coolest place to teach online guitar lessons. And yours is just for Deadheads. I'm like, yeah, look, it's all like Jerry and stuff and Bobby everywhere. It's cool. Anyway, the last thing that I do in Sugaree that really gets, I mean, you guys have been dancing to the Dead because if you're watching me, watching a Grateful Mike lesson, you probably like the Grateful Dead. This is one of my favorite things, and it's triads. And triads, again, are simple when you learn them in a simple way. Okay, one of the classroom categories in my program. I'm live in my program a lot, but I have a classroom of stuff to work on your own time. One of the categories is called chords. It's a picture of Bobby, right? And you click on that, and you see some videos that take you on a path. And like the 4th or 5th video in chords is called triads. And all my videos are under 15 minutes, so it's a nice quick watch. And I give you like the best lesson I can. And when I give you the triad lesson, I teach you how to put these different shapes together. Like I call it triad 1, triad 2. If you move up and down the neck, triad 3, you can move it up and down the neck. And they all start to make sense, where the root notes are, all that kind of stuff. But when I was learning triads, a song like Sugaree is so great because it's only 2 chords on the solo. So I can take a B triad here. Remember, it's only B to E on the solo. So I can be like this, like E, B, E, B, E, B, E, E. Still here, I'm just playing that little B to E progression the whole time. So I've done I've done like thousands of guitar duos, professional guitar duos. I love it. It's great. Country clubs, private parties, restaurants, weddings, things like that. And when the other guitar player is doing a B to E up here, he's like, and I'm cooking it, and I'm going up and down the neck. It's not like I'm going, oh, that's the third position of the scale of mixolydian. That's the fourth position of the scale. I'm not doing that. I'm going, here's that chord. Here's that chord. That's a Jerry secret. It's a secret because a lot of people just think that you become a better guitar player by knowing all the positions of all your scales, the big poster on your wall with all the dots. The answer is no, unless you're trying to be a jazz player or a shredder, like if that's your goal, which is fine. But a listening guitar player, who wants to get funky and create melodies like a horn player is going to learn how to play with each chord. So not only are these triad chords like B, E, B, E, B, E, like that, but each one of them has little licks around them. So it might be like E, B, E, B, E. A little double stop action that follows that particular chord. One song, guys. I know I hit on a few other songs tonight, but the main theme is the Sugaree thing. It's like the Sugaree song. It's got a certain key to it because the five chords that are in the song are all part of one family, and you can call it the key of B mixolydian. I mean, if you wrote this song and I never heard the song before, and you pulled me up on stage and somebody said, oh, it's in the key of B, well, it's actually in the key of B mixolydian, I would already know what chords are going to be, which chords you're going to choose from. I can pick out 6 chords right away if you name me any modal key, some theoretical key, if you want to call that. This one's in A Dorian. Okay, I know what you got. This one's in G Ionian. All right, I know what you got. What's a rider, man? Like, I know your rider. Isn't that in D? Yeah, it's in D mixolydian, though. It's another Jerry thing. It's amazing, guys, when you study this stuff. It's so cool. Like I said, it makes your lead playing even better. So just keep climbing the ladder. Eventually up the ladder, you learn triads. And later on, you learn how to play riffs over them. Triad. The little country. That's like all lives around this triad. So if I do that same triad on B, and then I did it on E, I could do all the riffs with it. Like, everything's movable. Whoever invented this fretboard, thank you. Thank you so much. I wanted to be on the. I apparently wanted to be a musician on this one life of mine on this planet, and everything else would seem to be too complicated. Or I would have had to read music and read Mel Bay, right? But no, this non-traditional option of this instrument came around, and somebody told me back in 1996 to go see this guitar teacher guy because he'll teach you rock and roll and blues and the funk and reggae and Grateful Dead and stuff like that, and changed my life forever, man. Thank goodness. No offense to Mel Bay. Mel Bay is awesome for traditional studying approaches to music, whether it's guitar or piano or saxophone or anything like that. It's amazing. I should know. I'm a college music director. Education's my thing. YouTube channel folks. I'm not just a deadhead who's like, oh, I can teach you how to play Sugaree. Join my guitar club and sign up for lessons. No, actually, sign up for join my guitar club, which is free, in the link below. And then while you're there, full transparency, I do offer an appetizer and a main course option to study music with me and become aware of all the magic that I'm talking about. It doesn't take that long, and you can cancel anytime. I have no nonsense from me. And the most you'll ever spend to study with me, even if with one-on-one coaching, all that, is the same price as going to any music school. All right. And saying, I want to sign up for lessons. All right. It's the same price. So, or you can spend a lot less and get like a whole month with me, live with me once a week, a whole fun community for less than one guitar lesson at a music school. All right. This stuff is like, I'm just so glad I can offer it to you guys. I'm tapped into the world. I love it. I have people all in all these different countries across the world studying with me. I would love to have you. I can help you. I'm like a doctor. Don't think that it's like weird to join an online guitar club. It's not. It's actually you're very private. No one ever has to see you or anything like that. But you can be part of the community. You can chat a little bit. You can share videos. I even have an open mic section where you can share a video of yourself playing, and everyone in the community can check it out and hit the like button. It's awesome. It's awesome. So, um, yeah, so there's 3 tiers. You join the free club, you see what it's all about, you learn a few things from me. You can see me live on Monday nights at 7 PM. Even in the free club, you can see me live and ask me questions. It's a Q&A session. It's great. So, but then you can upgrade and then even upgrade to VIP if you like. Click the link in the description. And I even put my personal, booking calendar link in the description too for folks that wanna get right to VIP. You don't have to say yes right away like that. I'll just get on the call with you. It's the same price as going to a music school, and I'll share my screen and show you exactly what everything looks like and how you can see me 3 hours a week. It's all recorded. It's time stamped. I have a year and a half in this club. You can find any. You can look at Sugaree. You can look up anything. Crazy Fingers. I have lessons on it, but in the way I teach, using like the theory that I teach. So it's all there. It's all there. One-on-one coaching, 24/7 chat access with me. It's perfect. Click the link in the description. Don't mess around. Or I'll just see you at the next YouTube video where I'll give you a little something here and there. But if you really want to study, man, it's no joke. Right? All right. Salesy Mike is done. I hate doing that. But I don't hate finding you guys. I love finding. You're all the same too. I've met all of you. You're the same person sitting there going, yeah, man, I think I might want to try this. I might want to try this. Yeah. I think I might want to give it a shot. Do you teach any Fish songs? Oh, yes, I teach some Fish songs. Of course, man. This is a custom club. We've done a lot of Beatles. We've done a lot of Bob Marley, Bob Dylan. We've done the Stones, Tom Petty. We use these songs to teach you how things are working. We are on the surface. Same 3 chords as Franklin's Tower. So, you hear stuff. Yeah, I've done some Fish before. Everything, it's all music. It's all music. I've done things from like music going back to the 20s and 30s if I have to. If it's something that we want to talk about, it's definitely relevant. Anyway, yeah, guys, it's been nice hanging with you. Last time I was on live, I had people. I was like going to leave, and I was like, "Anybody have any requests?" And then I just started having some fun. Does anybody have any requests? Oh, I love this thing. I have certain nights that I come down and just play guitar, and I've been trying to do this YouTube live thing. It's been a lot of fun. When you keep yourself in key, you can just noodle around and play chords in key, and it's like, and well, in this situation, like most of the people that I teach, your wife will walk by and be like, "Hey, what song's that?" And you go, "Oh, I just made it up." And they're like, "Yeah, right." But all you were doing is just playing in key. I'm just noodling around the key of G right now. Pentatonic. Yeah, I was just working on my little extension from this G country scale. students most of my students are like intermediate players. Most of my students are, folks in like they're even over 50 years old, deadheads, been playing guitar, 60s, 70s, 70-year-olds I teach. They're just having so much fun. They're not trying to go like, I'm not trying to play fast on that. They just like this, like, oh, it just sounds cool. And I could be like, yeah. And you start thinking about what else is in that key. How about a 5? Coming up here. Maybe they're a little bit more advanced and they're like, they're just like playing around these little horizontal stuff, just keeping it simple. But then, you get like a little bit more funky, a little more Jerry. Like, so it's all that like horizontal pentatonic stuff. You start to attach all those. It's just more and more fun. Anyway, it's been fun hanging with you guys. If you're interested in trying out a guitar teacher for free, you can see me live every Monday night on school.com. I have the link in the description right below me on this video, and you can join for free. It's really, really cool. And I'll be live on Monday night teaching a guitar lesson. You can see what it's like. I'd be on your Zoom live, where even at the end you can unmute and say, "Hey, Mike, I have a question for you." And I'm like, "Hey, what's going on, man? Hey, I really dig your YouTube channel. It's really cool." I go, "Thanks, man." Or, "Hey, I really dig this new platform that I've never been on this before. This is really neat. I didn't know there was a whole section where you could click on different pictures of members of the Grateful Dead. Like there's a picture of Phil and it's the theory category." I'm like, "Yeah, isn't that cool?" "Oh, and then there's a calendar and it shows whenever you're live." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's great. Oh, this is so cool." And I'm already live with you, and I didn't have to pay anything. I just was able to join right now and talk to you. I was like, "Yeah, I've ever offered this before. This is great." And it's all because I clicked on that link while I was on that YouTube call. I'm like, "Yeah." And then all of a sudden you join the club, you want to upgrade, and now you're a guitar player and you're playing. I've taught thousands of Grateful Dead students in the last 6 years. Thousands. And it's great. Hope to see you there. Click the link and have a great night. Thanks, guys.